today. This is Second Life and Lunch. My name is Kit Umshine, and I'm a graphic designer in the marketing department here at Kirkwood. For the benefit of visitors, I thought a quick explanation of Second Life would be helpful. Second Life is described on their website as a 3D virtual world created entirely by its residents. Everything you see, from the buildings to the vehicles to the clothing, is made by someone. And I sometimes think of it as 3D web, but it's much more than that. Life is a visual medium, and really the best way to explain what it is to show what it is. So you're watching today's presentation on the big screen here, watching it from the perspective of my avatar, Kit Umshine Writer. When you join up for an account, you have to choose a last name from a list and then come up with a first name. For the benefit of our guide, I'd like to have everyone introduce themselves. Just quickly go around the room, say what your name is, what you do at Kirkwood, if the name of your avatar, if you are in world, and how long you've been exploring Second Life.
Hi Brett, my name is Todd Prusha. I'm not Tromler in World there.
Okay.
I work in our distance learning department. I'm Dean of Distance Learning, and been doing it for a few months, aware of it for quite some time.
All right, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Kathy Kaiser, and I'm in the marketing department here at Kirkwood. I am Rizia Chris in World, and that's Kaiser spelled backwards, and my daughter's name is Chris, so I chose that as the last name. I have come to a couple of these, and I was so pleased at the last one that the group didn't lose me. I have skill.
Hi, I'm Kofsky, and I'm a technology trainer here at Kirkwood. And in World, I'm Alexandra Chesnikoff. I've only been in it a couple of months, but haven't spent a lot of time in it, but I'm having fun. Nice to meet you, Brett.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Brett, Steve Carpenter here, Public Information Director. So in some worlds, PR, media relations, I'm Steve C. Foger. It's been so long since I've logged in, they wonder who I am, so still trying to log on.
Nice meeting you.
We may have some people joining later. Like I said, it's Second Life and Lunch, so they go get their lunch first, and sometimes they show up about 15 minutes later.
That's fine.
Today joining us by speakerphone in Second Life is Bret Ingerman. Bret he has a very long resume, which he sent to me. I looked through, and I do want to mention his resume includes being a computer and information technology positions at Skidmore College, Lewis and Clark College, Syracuse University, and he's the chair of the board of directors of the Consortium of Liberal Arts Colleges, CLAC, organization of many of the top liberal arts colleges in the United States. Bret is the manager for marketing and learning applications at Vassar College in New York. He's responsible for setting the vision and strategic direction for technology at the college. One interesting building you'll find on the Vassar College Second Life campus is a recreation of Sistine Chapel. It was built to show how virtual worlds can provide an educational experience that is not easily done in the real world. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Bret Ingerman.
All right.
Thanks, Kit.
Good
I've not done a demo like this before. I've got a couple of presentations that I've been making around a number of large college conferences on value or potential value of virtual worlds in our kind of education, so residential liberal arts education. So this is going to be new to do it quite like this. I've done only in-world demos, and I've done only these on-the-road demos, so this hybrid will be kind of interesting. My title here is actually Vice President for Computing and Information Services, so I am the CIO of this. And I will say, starting out, that with the Vassar getting into Second Life easier is when the person in charge of IT is interested, it tends to be easier to get things done. So there was no clamoring for funds or showing the value. I was pretty inspired with this technology and decided it was something that we needed to look at as a possible future direction for us. So I've been doing IT work in higher ed for over 20 years now. Always worked on the academic side of technology before I went IT management. So I've always been interested in technologies that have the potential to enhance or transform teaching and learning. And I've looked at virtual worlds for years. They've been around for a while, but never did they hold the kind of promise that I think Linden Labs has done when they released Second Life, which started out wholly differently than it is today. They actually couldn't make a go of it twice. They had to get venture capital investments to keep it going. And then when they finally hit upon releasing it as a technology platform, where, as Kit said, all the residents create everything you see, suddenly they had something. That's when we started jumping into Second Life. I've been here for, oh God, well over a year now, in this current iteration of Second Life. Vassar bought its island, its first island, last spring. And everything you're going to see on Vassar's island, with the exception of things I point out, were built by myself or 3 other staff here. Two staff and a student. So there are 4 who've done pretty much everything you see. And I will say it's been sort of a labor of love. You know, once you get started here and realize the potential it has for creating environments, you get hooked. So a lot of it was work time, but even more time was spent after hours tweaking and tinkering and sort of getting things just the way we want them. So any feedback you have about things you see or any questions you have about anything that's here, we're happy to fill you in. I'll be happy to give you information on it. Let's see. The reason we got started by building an island in Second Life was, I don't know how long all of you have been in higher ed or been in your professions, but when the web came out as a I was at Syracuse and I was manager of advanced applications at the time, what now would be called multimedia. And I remember seeing this brand new product called Mosaic when it first hit in sort of early alpha, and realized that that was going to be completely transformative in terms of how we could do things. The problem was how to explain to somebody what its power was and what it could do without seeing it, because back then everybody had just gone to Gopher as a way of putting up campus-wide information, and no one thought anyone would ever type HTTP:/anything to be able to see stuff. So when Second Life came out, it seemed that So when Second Life came out, it seemed to make sense to, when we try to explain it to people, it was difficult without actually having something to show them. So my thought was we would go ahead and get some space in Second Life, we would look at it, and we would learn the tools how to create the spaces and how to use the technology. At the same time, we create an interesting environment for our faculty. Because without showing them something, I don't know how well you can explain it. A lot of people said, just get space in Second Life either on the mainland, they were giving out free space for a while, or the New Media Consortium. But it seemed to me that if Vassar was going to explore this, we wanted to control the environment, or we wanted to have freedom and flexibility. We didn't want to be on the mainland where, you know, a casino or a porn shop could open up next door. We didn't want to be holding to the Media Consortium because, to be quite honest, I think their rates are pretty exorbitantly high for what you get. So spending the money for an island was the way to start. And if you've been in Second Life for any amount of time, you know that most of the islands come out starting out as just green, vast horizons. So it's just that you'll see that on our site. So we started by building. And what I thought we'd do now is walk through the island. We'll eventually get to the Sistine, but I can tell you some about what we tried to do here.